What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to another episode. I am Raytruelife, and the bald head bastard that way is Chevalier. Chevalier Life.
What they call you, Snooky?
That's not what he said.
He called you Snooky at
That's
PCA.
not what he said. That's not what he
They
said,
call
and I'm gonna mute you.
Shuggy or Snooky?
I'm
Shuggy,
gonna mute you if you keep saying it. So you might
Shuggy.
want to shut that up.
They start calling Ray Shuggy
They did
at
not
PCA.
call me. They did not call
At
me.
New Orleans, what he call
No, no.
you? He said you look like somebody named Shuggy.
He did say I not Sugar. He did say I look like somebody, but I'm not
It
gonna
was
say
a
who
key.
because you'll never
It was
shut up.
it was something oogie.
It was nothing with an E. It was with an ooh on the end. So I'm not gonna say it because I don't want
Ah, Swagoo.
muted.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
All right, now it's on you.
That's how.
I did it last time.
All right, man. So today's toast, man, is a special toast. We back after being off for a week. Ray put on NOLA Cigar Fest. I was at PCA. We're gonna talk about all it, but I want to raise a toast to my boy Ray for killing the game at NOLA Cigar Fest. Man, it was an amazing job that you did, brother. So toast to you.
Cheers.
You killed the game, bro.
Yeah, man. We put on a nice event, man.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about that and a few other things, man. How you feel, bro?
I feel good. I feel good.
Yeah. I do too, man. I feel like that week off, even though we only been back a couple of weeks, that week off, man, that gave me and you a chance to just hang out in New Orleans, just the fellas, man. We had some time to spend and smoke together and have some drinks and talk to people, man. It was a good time, bro. What?
Yeah, man. Nothing. Not talking
You
about.
still got that dog in your garage? Is the
Yeah,
dog
talking about this. We got a visitor for one of our neighbors. The dog just running the streets, and he came in the garage. He came in last week, and they drove around, and I saw him driving by, and so they were like, "How'd you get him to sit?" I just told him to sit, but apparently the dog gets out all the time. And then earlier today, I was just sitting here preparing for the show, and he just walked right on in the garage. So
Yeah, he at home now.
yeah,
Let
he
me.
chilling. He chilling.
You're not smoking because the dog's in there, right?
I mean, I don't want the dog to get sick. I don't want the dog to get sick.
He's not going to get sick. But if he gets sick, the bill ain't on you.
You're
I
right
got a
about
dog.
that. You're
I
right
got
about
hey,
that. Yeah, but you outside. You outside. I'm in the garage with my plastic up. So, and he on the other side of that big yard you got.
that big yard. No, no. But he
Yeah,
ain't
you got it.
co-hosting tonight.
You,
He
you're
ain't
right.
co-hosting
You're
tonight.
right. He'll be over in a minute. Oh, he might. Oh, you know, he you mad at him. You mad at him. So.
Yeah, he was digging up my flower bed a little while ago. When I came home, I saw dirt all kicked out in the grass. That's a cardinal no go for me. That shit right there had his ass homeless. You know, he, he's only lucky.
well,
I didn't put no
you,
flowers in there. I put them all in the pots. I didn't put any flowers in there last.
well, won't you go on and
Yeah, I got something to get off my chest. I hate when I come home and my dog is digging up my fucking flower bed. For me, that's like your wife cheating on you. That's like, well, that's not so bad, I guess. That's not so bad, but I guess that's like somebody, you know, messing with my money is like messing with my emotions. You start messing with my money.
yeah,
That's probably the
digging
worst
up your
thing.
little flowers.
Yeah, you get to digging up, but I hadn't put no flowers in there, man. But my wife, she was like, "Oh, he dug up the flower bed again." I was looking at her like,
Well, at least you ain't putting no flowers in it.
that shit ain't funny. That's what I'm telling you.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
It's absolutely not hilarious.
It
But
is
I tell you what,
hilarious.
he gonna be down there with Uncle Ray and Uncle Mike and Aunt Markeisha. If I put some flowers in there when I get back from
You
Cabo,
just don't put no flowers in it. Just let him have
come
that
on,
flower bed.
Ray,
You
who
put
you
flowers
talking?
everywhere else. Just don't put
Ray,
them
who
in
you
there.
talking to? I built that just for flowers. I mean,
Yeah,
that's how we That's where we get our scent from when me and you back here smoking.
Build
That's
it, build
that's
it.
that's the
Put
essence of blossoms blowing and shit in the wind, bro.
put some artificials in there.
You ain't gonna do nothing but dig them up too.
Yeah, you're
The
right.
only
You're right.
difference in that you'll have some real ones in the grass, so you have some artificial ones blowing all over this grass. Bro.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about
No,
that.
hell
Oh,
no.
wait a minute. Look who done popped into the comments on Instagram.
Cool.
Ball
Let me.
head. Oh, ball head Orlando done popped in. The prodigal son. Look at him.
Who? I don't even
Oh,
know him.
Lando done popped in. No, he Lando now. He Lando right now.
Orlando. Oh, that yeah. Well, you know what? When I had Omar on the show a couple weeks ago,
I bet he was watching
he
that one.
he was all in that bad fella, man. I ain't been able to get him to I can't even get him to come be a guest on the show. I
Uh-huh.
told him I guess I got to be light skinned for him to be a
Got to be
guest.
light skinned for him to be on the show. You know, he don't do too dark.
Why all dark skinned people always discriminate against other
I
dark
don't know,
skinned,
man. I don't know.
thinking that they light skinned. That's what I want to get off my chest. That's another thing, I'm
Get it
tired
off
of
your
dark
chest.
skinned people. I'm tired of dark skinned people looking at me and treating me different because I'm not light skinned and they not light skinned either. That's
Well, get
that's a
it off
whole
your chest.
that's a whole other level of bullshit that I'm unable to, comprehend. I don't get it.
Yeah,
So say,
man.
man, I pulled up the Instagram and why I don't see it's the lounge on the Instagram going live, bro.
I don't know.
There
I
it
don't
is. I
know.
see it. They didn't took down our priority, man. We was like 16 accounts down to the right, bro. I had to swipe like 3 times.
I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that is.
Maduro Melly is in there, man. I got to meet Melly at PCA, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. She was in them streets, bro. She was in them streets, man.
I ain't get to go to PCA.
Melly had drank about 16 glasses of bourbon, bro. She was grinning. She walked up to me and she looked up at me and she says, "You're so tall."
He ain't that tall.
I ain't that tall. That
He
what
ain't
would she have said if she saw you?
He's so fat.
He blocks out the sun.
Nah.
He's blocking. It's so dark over.
Seeing me sitting here, and then when I'm walking around, I'm a lot fatter than I am sitting down right here on this little screen. So
Lady Erica Inez told me when we was at the Mayan at your the second day spot that you did at the Mayan. She told me, she said, "I just didn't realize he was that tall. I mean, I knew you was tall because I met you before, but I didn't know Ray was that tall." I said, "I told you Ray was bigger than me."
I'm
I
bigger
told her
than
what
you.
I always
I'm not that
I,
tall.
I told her what I always tell people. He blots out the sun. Just stand in front of him.
Yeah,
He
whatever,
blots he
whatever.
blots out the fucking sun.
Well, anyway, we had an amazing weekend. So Melly said she was like 12 Manhattans in.
Bro, she was gone, bro. She was walking down the street in front of Cuban creations.
Yeah,
She walked past me, dude. She didn't even see me, dude. She had already seen me, but she
had
didn't
on
even see me, dude.
had
Her
on
and
them
CK.
Mika goggles.
Her and CK. CK was loud too. I didn't even know he drank, dude. Look, if you was at Cuban Creations down in the French Quarter,
I
you
wasn't.
was yeah,
I
but if you was,
I wasn't invited to that.
this you were invited to everything.
I was not. I
You
was not
decided to go
invited to that.
you decided to go to Willie's Chicken on Bourbon. No, on Canal. You was up there on Canal at Willie's
Well,
Chicken.
I wasn't invited to the other event, so I couldn't get in the PCA, so I couldn't go.
Yes, you could have went to that.
That was PCA stuff. I couldn't go.
You could have went to that.
No, no, because when I called you, you said that it was being shut down.
It was being shut down. By the time y'all get, because you had been coming over there. By the time y'all even got over on Bourbon, there was probably like 12 people. When we first got out there was 70 people out there. By the time you got around there and called me, there was like 8.
Yeah, no, we had events to do,
That's true.
so I
That's true.
couldn't. So I couldn't. But anyway, speaking of these events, man, talk about some of this PCA stuff.
Well, So, I got there on Friday, and registered. They had a lot of classes going, the meetings that they do at the beginning. And then they always have the meet and greet party. I didn't make it to that because, I had some place that I would have rather be in, and I was supporting my brother over at the Mayan Lounge. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I went over there with you and went to the Mayan. We had a great time. And then I went, finally got checked in my room because when I came to see you, I hadn't even checked in yet. I went to go drop my bags off at noon, and my room
Uh-huh.
wasn't there because
Wh-
they had all these different things going on in New Orleans. You had the French Quarter Strawberry Festival, you had French Quarter Festival, PCA, and something else going on. They had
French Quarter
several things.
Festival, PCA, NOLA Cigar Festival, and then there was
Right.
some
It was
college
something else.
had something going on out there
Yeah,
too.
it was Texas A&M, and somebody else had something going on, man. It seemed like all them kids was in my at my hotel. I stayed at the Intercontinental, and so I couldn't get my room. So I checked my bags in with the concierge, and I came over there with you. And I kicked it with you until shit 8 o'clock,
Yeah.
and then I went back and changed clothes. Well, I went to Cuban Creations with
Uh-huh.
Wanda from Six Stones, and then I came back, man, and that was really nice. But they were having the Women of PCA thing over there. I didn't
Right.
realize that, and so I went back for that, and that was a really nice event, man. And the cool thing was getting you. We were meeting a lot of people that you and I both follow. We have conversations about these different people, and they were all right there. So man, I was snapping pictures and introducing myself. People walking up to me saying, "Hey, you're the tall guy with the." Nobody could say my name.
Oh
So
no, they knew you. Oh yeah, they knew
yeah,
you.
you're the classic guy that says all the wise shit. That's what this one white guy said. He was about 16 too. I looked up at him and said, "Yeah, are you learning anything?" He said, "Yeah, I am." And a lot of drinks were flowing, man. It was a great time to network. And like you said, when we first met, it was that opportunity where, social media becomes reality. I remember you saying that when we first met.
Yeah.
And
That's what happens.
yeah, and it did, man. And for the rest of PCA, after that event, they had the women of PCA. And of course, I flipped back over to you with the black party, with the infamous black suit, and me and you kicked it, and then back over there again, and then PCA actually started on the floor on Saturday,
Uh-huh.
and I after we left you, me and you went to Willie's Chicken, and you dropped me off at my hotel. That was about 2:30, and
Yeah.
yeah, and me, you, and Timmy, and you know the real. The real work started on Saturday. And I
Uh-huh.
was on the floor all day, man. I hadn't eaten anything. I was over there with barbecue and smoke, man, eating up all of the damn
Did
free
you
step.
so the show started on Saturday. The trade show started on Saturday. And what were you able to get any do anything for Chevalier life? Were you out there working or
Yeah,
were you out there just chilling and party? That's the
I
question.
actually was working. I was working that whole day. And, I told you, without me going too deep into it, that there's going to be a relaunch of Chevalier Life. It's going to look a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the China tariffs, you know, um, I was out there sourcing my products. I was buying my stuff straight from China. And so I connected with several vendors, one being local here in Dallas, Vsol, to supply me with my products, my logo things, and, lighters, cutters, things like that that we're going to now be selling. And the goal for me going out there was to find somebody to design humidors, specifically, exclusively for Chevalier Life, and to become an authorized dealer for some other brands. And I
Yeah.
made a lot of great connections that day, man. And I was out there from 10 a.m. until about 6. And, all the picture taking happened on Sunday. But
Hmm.
I was out there. Of course, I went and supported some of the brands like Definition, that's the home team, Black Star Line. I had an opportunity to sit down and have a great conversation with Eric. That much needed, long overdue, and I felt really good about that. But mostly, man, for me, I was able to move the needle on Chevalier Life. Like, what it's going to look like by the end of this summer is going to be a totally different look. We're still going to have the personalized humidors, but we're going to be coming as an authorized dealer for several brands of accessories as well. And we're going to just be changing things up considerably, man. And, that the whole idea for me is to grow Chevalier Life and, connect. I connect with the Cigar TV and some other media uh, uh, partners out there looking to take the lounge and the Herpreneur Lounge and conversations with Chevalier to the next level. And we made those contacts, and so look to see some things happening for us real soon.
Yeah, man, that's good. That. It sounds like you actually were uh profitable and you did some things. You were
I did.
productive out there as opposed to
I
just
was
running
very
around
productive.
smoking
Last
all the
year.
cigars and drinking all the drinks.
Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Because look, I went over the definition. And the first thing Jamon did was give me two new release cigars that wasn't out yet. I smoked one of them, sitting right there on the couch with him, and we drank a little. It was about 11 in the morning. I was drinking at 11. Went over
Well,
to
I
Black
mean,
Star Line,
in,
same
in,
thing.
in New Orleans, it's all day long. So
It's all day long. Like King Hollywood said, if it's all night, it's all right.
right,
It
right,
it was it
it's
was
all
going
day
down
long.
all day.
He
It's
he
all day
pulled up
long.
to Nola Cigar Fest.
Yeah, remember
He
he
pulled
I,
up to our event on
yeah,
Saturday. Yeah.
yeah, I was with him. We were all there together, man. And I gotta say, man, you did a great job, bro. Like
Not
I
just me, man. It's a team. It's a team effort.
well, it was, and I recognize George in the
Yeah, it was a
team.
team. It
I
was a team
recognize
effort. It was
George
a
in
team
the team.
effort.
But bro, I come out to support my brother, man. And for the first time, I felt like because I'd rather talk about you. I felt like you stepped outside of who you normally are.
Yeah.
You were very aggressive about connecting and the way you were meeting people, man. The guys from the PCA came over to the Mayan before I got there.
They
And
also pulled up to the meet and greet. We had a couple pull up to the meet and greet as well.
yeah.
So
And so,
we
man,
had
to
fun.
me, a lot of the work that you was telling me you weren't seeing, a lot of those efforts was shining through, man, because a lot of those people, and I actually was kind of going back behind that at PCA and asking questions, and that was something that was talked about before they came over there, and so it made me feel good to know, man, that these people were really coming out there to see you, man, and to support you and NOLA Cigar Fest. But I want you to recognize that there was a you and NOLA Cigar Fest, even though you guys are a team that works really good together. There were a lot of people coming to see Raytruelife, man, and that felt good to me to
Well,
hear
I
that feedback.
I did I did hear that from a few people. So
Yeah,
it was great. It was great.
yeah, the feedback I got, man, from the first day, because of course I didn't get there until Friday, but the feedback I got, man, was amazing. Is that Grady Sheldon?
That's
What's
Grady
going on, Mr.
Sheldon.
Chevalier?
Shady Grady.
Shady
Hey,
Grady.
in full effect. What's going down, Mr. True Life?
Chilling, man, chilling. We just recapping the weekend. That's about it.
Okay, how was it? Well, just stepped into the room. So how was the weekend?
Man,
It
it
was
was
amazing,
it
man.
was a lot going on.
It was a lot. It was a lot, man. And I was
And
there for
it was about 7 million white kids in suits and dresses running the streets.
all over New Orleans, bro. And I swear they all were staying in my hotel, running up and down the fucking floor. They was
It
pulling
was
fire alarms, dude.
they was
Yeah, the concierge, they came in when you drop me off. When you drop
uh-huh.
me off, right? I don't know if you noticed if you were still there. There was about 7 of them come walking in. As soon as they walked in the lobby, they started screaming at the top of their lungs. And they had this concierge chick. I don't know her name, but I gotta think that her name was probably Shaniqua or Andrika. She was a hood sister. She walked over there, bro, and she
King,
told them,
you love me.
what y'all gonna do is shut the fuck up. Is what y'all gonna do.
She told him that.
Hey, I quote, bro, what y'all gonna do is shut the fuck up. What we not gonna do at the Intercontinental is make all this goddamn noise when people sleep. Bro, they went to get on the elevator. I ran over there to get on the elevator with them, dude. I jumped in the elevator with them. I said, now what y'all just witnessed is a true black woman that'll beat y'all ass if y'all make all this noise. And then, I was on the 14th floor. And so they got off on the 14th floor too. I said, these the motherfuckers that's been pulling fire alarms out goddamn.
They was pulling fire alarms and stuff.
Bro, these is college kids. They wasn't no freshmen either. They was like seniors in college.
Wow.
Well, they look like little high school kids though.
Yeah, but they was most of them was from A&M. They was from Texas A&M.
Just out there,
they was out there wilding everywhere. Bro. Yeah, if I had to get something off my chest, that'd be another thing, man. Why don't white people teach their kids that just because they go to the hotel, they can do all that shit in the room. They ain't got to run up and down the damn hallway. They had security up there on the floor and everything. Dude.
What did they call that? That disease of affluence something where they'd never been told.
Affluenza.
Affluenza. That was created right here in Dallas, man. That little kid, Dylan Roof, who was drunk driving and killed his little buddies. And then he didn't want to, his dad was some rich roofer over in Fort Worth. And, they sentenced him to house arrest. He did kill 3 motherfuckers. He didn't get no time. And then you get blessed. And then you turn around and won't do the probation. And so the white judge that he had was like, she's the one that came, they voted her off the bench, as an elected position in the county. They voted her ass off after that. But she said he has affluenza. Man, they assigned him to this light-skinned black dude about 60 years old. He told him, now, if you don't come in court, they had it all on the news here. If you don't come to court, you don't show up. I don't care about your affluenza, influenza, beefluenza, whatever you got. I'm going to lock your ass up, and I'm going to lock your mama up, and I'm going to lock your roofer daddy up. So guess what?
Them all up.
Hey, check it out, though. Then him and the mama went on the lam. They caught them down in Los Cabos. They went on the lam.
I remember.
Remember that? They went on the lam, dude. They took out. And then they put him in jail.
As I said, I thought after he got off that trial, he went out and did something else and got in trouble with another DUI.
No, he didn't, man. No, he didn't. He was at a college party, but he didn't do all that, man. But what he did do, he just wasn't complying because he didn't think he had to. He didn't think he had to. His mom told him that him going and seeing the judge was just not that's not what they did.
Whatever. That's all right.
Why is David in there talking about Lakers and foul? We talk about
no, because Shannon Sharp be saying stuff like that.
Oh, Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5 minutes, maybe, but they not.
They not finna. They definitely
not about to do a damn thing. Just because they beat Dallas, hell, everybody's beating Dallas right now.
But anyway, we had a great weekend, man. Our meet and greet was good. We had some people from PCA come through. We had a nice turnout for our meet and greet at Patio 17. So it was really nice. We had some guys do karaoke. Mr. Tap That Ace did some karaoke, and
did he?
Well, the karaoke did him.
Okay, I didn't make it over there for that, but he
ain't realized how hand grenades work. So
he didn't.
Once he figured out how the hand grenades work, he was off it. He ain't remember no words to none of the songs he wanted to do. He ain't remember one.
Isn't
He
that the
ain't
first
remember what you
criteria?
got to know the words. You know,
At least some of them. Some of the words. Even if you
I got irrefutable visual evidence of that.
Did you?
I
You
got
gonna post videos?
Oh, I'm gonna post it.
Are you gonna post videos?
Oh yeah, I definitely am. We had
I can't. Make sure you make me a collaborator.
I will. We
Make sure you make.
we had, man, Friday at Mayan, we had a turnout that was crazy.
Oh, it was.
We had Mayan Import Company on Magazine Street. We had them bursting at the seams, man.
And if you haven't been there, man, that place is at 3000 Magazine Street. Make sure you go by and support Mayan Cigar. Man, that place is amazing, man. Ray and them had the whole patio area was just, that was, man. Everybody we had Ken Hamlin out there, Chi-Town Peaches, King Hollywood.
Even Chevalier pulled up.
I pulled up. Soon as I got off the plane, man, I couldn't check in my room. I went and got me some catfish and grits first. Then I pulled up. I got to my hotel. I got me some catfish and grits, and then I pulled up. I mean, we had a good time, bro.
Yeah,
Wanda from Sticks and Stones and her husband.
Wanda was there handing out cigars and business cards.
Yo, she was on it, man. Cigar Mike and Chi-Town Peaches, Lady Erica Inez.
Lady Erica Inez pulled up.
But then the big ones came too. The big ones came out. Sisters in Smoke. What's her name? Ben. Ben was in the building, dude. She kept walking through. Me and Ray was up in the little private area. She kept walking through there. I jumped up real quick. Excuse me, ma'am. Can I have your autograph? She was like, "Don't be cloud." She told me, "Don't be clouding me like we ain't never met." I'm like, "No, I'm just saying, because you're a big damn deal. I didn't even know you was here.
Right.
I had to know you was here." She was like, "Chevalier, don't be acting like that."
Well, that's good, man. Congratulations.
Men on the go say who was drunk first. Who was drunk first?
I don't think none of us were drunk.
Obviously, it wasn't me because
it wasn't me either. We weren't drunk.
And what Damon keep on going with these Lakers in five. Chevalier, Sommelier going all the way. Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5.
Raytruelife, pot of stewed rice, 3 blind mice. Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5.
Nah, none of us drunk. Well, that day, I was never drunk. I was working. I was drinking, but I was.
But we felt good on Saturday night, though.
Mm-hmm.
We felt good on Saturday night.
That black and gold ball was man.
Boy,
we getting there.
Boy, Ray had. So when I got out of my Uber, I did the Uber Black. I was trying to show out. I pulled up the Uber Black. Okay, man, let me tell you something. Man. Hats off to my brother Raytruelife, man. Black and gold ball. Hey, and then it was sponsored by Moulin Labe. So Steve was in the building.
Steve was definitely in the building.
We had David Blanco in the building. They was in there, man. Timmy Blue was in there. I was in there.
Rockstar pulled up.
Rockstar pulled up. He in the building. I mean, man, it was a great night, man, and a lot of other people, bro. It was a lot of other people. Amazing event, man. And I just got to talk about the venue. It was an old Shell station, gas station with the garage bay. They gutted
it all the way out.
They gutted it all the way out, man. The garage bays was a big bar, an open area. The little area where you go, like the store, you pay for your gas with something else. They had a deck off to the side, man, with hot tubs in it. They had chairs. They had booths all out where the pumps used to be all out. Man, let me just say, when I say that shit was fly, hey, can't nobody tell me shit about Nola.
Long way.
Then we had the Mardi Gras tramps out there too.
Oh man, it was really nice, man. It was really nice, and all of this was a time, man, for people to just kind of fellowship. The weather was perfect, man. Every night was like 78 degrees.
Yeah.
Nice.
Perfect.
Nice.
You know. That first night though, me and Ray went to Willie's Chicken with
I had never
with
had them before.
that man, it was some great chicken. We was with the Houston Cigar Week crew at Dwena from Blowing Smoke, Christine Morgan, Timmy Blue, you know, all of us were together, right? And we all sitting up at Willie's. What time was it? About 2 in the morning, man.
About
Yeah,
2 in the morning. They start putting stuff away. They started putting stuff away.
We was still up in there, though.
Napkins and the salt and pepper away.
Bro,
Yeah,
we was
yeah.
we was up in there. We was up in there, but the cool thing, me and Ray walked up, right? Me, him, and Timmy. We walked up, and Saran from Houston Cigar Week saw us, and he said, "Hey man, what y'all eating? What y'all eating? Lemon pepper, lemon." But we wasn't waiting on them. So me and Ray went in there and ordered us some food. We weren't waiting on them to place our
Yeah,
order.
I wasn't waiting for that.
All of them was fucked up. We was all fucked up. We was all lit. We was beyond fucked up. We had been drinking all day. We was all fucked up. And so me and Ray went in there. But man, I bought 3 meals. I had a Coke. Ray had a beer or a margarita. Dwena had a margarita. And that shit was $91. I said, "Nah, I ain't in no goddamn theme park." When the little girl told me, the little girl was like, "That's gonna be $91." I said, "Wait a minute, I got three piece."
He did. Soon as she said
As soon as she said 91,
he said, "Wait a minute,
wait a minute, baby. I didn't get 40 3-piece meals. I got 3 3-piece meals, a Sprite, a beer, and a margarita. Are you sure that's $90? Yeah, they $16.99 a piece. The margarita is $22. The beer, I said, how much is the beer? 40? Like what? I mean, what?
I don't know, but I know Willie's Chicken is taxing. I'll probably never have Willie's Chicken again. They taxing.
But I tell you what, was it good though?
It was good, but if I just want some late night chicken, I'll go to Brothers.
Yeah.
Get me some late night chicken at Brothers.
Now, when we went wrong, we ordered margaritas and beer. What we should have did, y'all should have got some. Hell, but my Sprite was $5.99.
Should have got a cup of water.
I got a 20-ounce bottle of Sprite. It was $5.99. I was like, "Can you take the tax?" I said, "Can you do a deal on the tax or something?" I told her, "Can you take the tax off?"
Military discount. See
you should have asked for a military discount.
I did. I said, "Y'all got a disabled vet discount, military discount? Y'all got any of that?" "No, baby." I said, "Okay, baby." I said, "Okay, baby. No problem, baby." I said, "Man, get them their chicken." I said, "Look, I'm gonna go over here and sit down. Can you just bring me the chicken so I feel like I'm at a higher class restaurant where I would pay $90 for?" I paid $90 for 9 pieces of chicken.
Tender.
9 3-piece. But one tender was a quarter of the size of a breast.
Now, so one tender was a half a breast.
Yeah. So you eating a breast and a half off of 3 tenders.
Mount Olympus say that's when you old as hell.
Well, everybody don't just say charge it, Mount Olympus. Some of us ain't got Mount Olympus type money. We don't have Greek god type money. I want to get it off my chest. Why do people that got a lot of money think that everybody look at money the same way?
You got a lot to get off your chest today.
Because Mount Olympus coming with it. That's a good question. Why do people with a lot of money think that everybody got Greek god money like this?
Because you should know, because you got a lot of money.
So moving right along.
No. We're going to sit right there. So the question is, why do people with a lot of money act like everybody got a lot of money?
That's not the question.
I think it's because what's the question? What's the question?
That's a question for Mount Olympus.
Well, that's a question for you and everybody with a lot of money.
I ain't got a lot of money.
Well, everybody think that everybody got a lot of money.
Change for you.
I have opportunities where I have more money than what I had in other opportunities. I just happened to have a little money when I went to NOLA because I wanted to make sure that because my
Mount
brother was
Olympus
down
say,
there showing
Mount
up.
Olympus say, moving right along with that Chevalier unity. Man,
Well,
look, let me
that's
tell
that.
you something.
I ain't got nothing else to say.
Man, look, let me tell you something. People with a lot of money think everybody got a lot of, but it ain't nothing but $10,000. That's
Now,
how
you
they.
ain't never heard
It
me say that
ain't
shit
nothing
like
but $10,000.
because I ain't got a lot of money.
How much is it? 15. That's it. Just 15.
Man, look, $90 and 51 cents for 9 chicken tenders.
Listen, you
And
probably still getting money
and some
royalties
fries.
off the movie.
And then the chick only gave me 1 ranch for each one. I told her, hey, $90 worth of chicken. You need to give me about 3 ranches in each
But
one of these
also,
boxes.
they only give you 7 fries.
7 fries.
7.
Me and Ray counted our fries out. We had 14 fries between the two of us.
Wow.
They gave us exactly 7 fries apiece.
Yeah, I'll never go back there.
I told her, I ain't gonna say that because the food's delicious.
That's fine. I'm not going back there. It can be delicious, but it wasn't worth that. So I ain't going back there.
It wasn't that delicious?
Let me get some Unity
It wasn't
boudin.
that delicious.
It was good to me, man. I ain't
It
gonna
wasn't.
lie.
It was good.
But
It
not
was
it,
good, but it
$9
wasn't $90 for 9 pieces of chicken worth.
hey,
Good. It wasn't that
didn't
good.
hit.
I tell
It
you.
didn't hit like that catfish and grits over there at the Intercontinental though. It didn't
Oh
hit like
no,
that.
it ain't going to. It ain't gonna. I'd rather go on and get me some I'd rather go on and get me some Brothers chicken and a box of potato wedges and call it for $7 and call it a day.
Well, we
See,
should have went over there.
a box of potato wedges, not 7.
Damon said he got the New Orleans off
Off
a
a carbureted
clutch
clutch.
because he's selling.
He's selling parts out the deal. Man, don't say that shit. Them motherfuckers be calling me tomorrow. They'll be calling me in Mexico tomorrow talking about, we got a report that you're selling carburetors and clutches. I'd be like, dude, we don't even have carburetors nor clutches in our vehicles anymore. Like, what are y'all talking
You running around selling catalytic converters,
about?
or as y'all like to say, Cadillac converters.
Cadillac converters.
As y'all black folk call them, Cadillac converters.
That's how they say it up in Minneapolis. Man.
Oh wow!
You got that cat, man. You got
But
that
anyway,
Cadillac.
man, Saturday night we had our comedy show.
I didn't make it over there for that one.
Man, you missed, man.
I heard it was the bomb. I heard it was the bomb.
This girl, local, named Smiley. I forget the guy's name, who's from New York. And 2 Ray shut the show down.
Wow.
Man, I tell you, they shut it down. That was, man. If you ain't come to the comedy show, you missed it. You better pull up next year. We're gonna have a comedy show.
I'll be there next year.
You better pull up to the comedy show next year.
I'll be there next year, man. I'll be there next year, man.
We had from the meet and greet all the way through, man. We had a great crowd. We had so much fun. The Sunday event, the crawfish ball and barbecue, Puros de Panama sponsored that for us. All the barbecue you could eat. They ain't had no ribs, so that kind of,
So what kind of barbecue?
If you're gonna barbecue, I need a rib. They had chicken. Chicken burgers.
What did y'all have?
Chicken and burgers. They had chicken and burgers and
drumsticks. A bunch of drumsticks or what?
No. It was thighs and breasts and wings. I might have seen a drumstick, but I don't remember seeing a drumstick. The crawfish was off the chain. Then we had the drinks were free. The food was free. They was giving away cigars. You could buy cigars. Man, it was great. Damon, yes, we're gonna have it the same. Yeah, we're gonna do it next year. And I can't talk too much about anything else, but it's a good thing that we're doing it next year. So yeah, it's a good thing we're doing it next year, but at the same time. But yeah, we're doing it the same thing.
One of the things I found out today, Ray, that I haven't even told you yet, is that one of the things I heard is that they're going to do PCA 2 years in Vegas, 2 years in New Orleans. So they're
Going
gonna do the
forward.
next year. So they're gonna do another year, and then they're gonna alternate back and forth. But for me, and I had this conversation with several people the other day. I enjoy Vegas, but I really enjoy New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the reason being there wasn't so much distraction. The way everything was set up with New Orleans, like everybody ended up at some point at Cuban Creations, and they blocked the police and everything blocked the whole street off. They had the big PCA signs out, on the building, the flags hanging, and
Yeah.
everybody did Cuban Creations. And I thought that it was cool. And at any point, if you were in there, if there was any one person you thought you ever wanted to see or meet in the cigar community, at some point they were there that day. So Friday, after I left you, before I came to the black party, I went to a meeting over there with Tributary Cigars,
Uh-huh.
Wanda, a couple other people, and we sitting down in there. You got the Texas Roadshow guys in there. You got the Cigar TV guys in there. I saw Michael Herklotz come through. Just about every influencer that we've ever wanted to meet or have met. Um, Daniel come through. Mimi was there. Um, Michelle Murkison. Sarah was there. Candace Ford, who's got the cigar brand down in Houston there. She was there. Man, everybody that the polished puff, little blonde chick that I follow, she was in there. Everybody that you thought you ever wanted to meet was there that night, either inside or outside. They were there. They were in the street. Dude, they had set up booths all the way down the street. The place ain't that big, but they had shit set up all down the street, and they had waiters and waitresses out there bringing you drinks in the street.
Yeah,
Nice.
man. I said it last year, and it didn't work out. But I'm going next year. I've already look. I know last year I said I was going, and all the way up to, yeah, I'm gonna find me some credentials. I got my credentials for next year already, so I'm going
I
next year.
felt bad about that. I guess we ain't gonna talk about it, but I felt bad about that.
I know you did.
Yeah, I was fucked up about that. Because when we talked on the phone, I just shaking my head. But I think everything worked out the way it worked out. I think that for you made some connections that we ain't gonna call out, but you made some connections. Hey, did nobody give me no $300 fucking uh
Randy. Shout
hey
out to
Ray?
Randy, man.
They blessed Ray with cigars. I told him, you gonna
Randy
take that home?
Rivera
Smoke it?
came
Yeah,
through.
I'll smoke this motherfucker right here. I
Look,
told him,
Randy
okay.
Rivera came through the meet and greet. He's a master cigar sommelier, one of the very few in the country. He a rep for, I forget the name of the cigar brand. Blame the drinks. It starts with an A, and
Not
he
Aganorsa.
does different class, not Aganorsa. He does different classes and things all over the world, all over the country. Um, he came through and we just talked. We talked for a good while, and he says, "Man, I'm gonna bless your game." And so he gave me a Cohiba Double Reserve that was rolled in 1999. Man, that cigar was delicious.
Ray was showing me pictures, man. I was just jealous. I was sitting there like, God damn. I got some good sticks, but I didn't get no sticks like that. But I didn't get nothing like that. I got some good
Man,
ones,
let me
but
tell you, that thing was probably top two most delicious cigars I've ever had. Period.
Well, man, I gotta say, it is awesome to hear that you guys had such a successful time and all the people that y'all got to meet. It just makes me, and I am clamming to get the ship right so that I can again start attending more events and traveling a little bit more, much easier. with a lot less stress. So
Right.
congratulations, man, on a great event.
No,
Yeah,
man,
man.
Ray killed, man, and I'm George and them, of course. When I say Ray, I'm talking about Ray, George, Richard. They killed that event. They really did. And I want to say this. I want to point out. I want to make sure that people understand, and I'm clear about it. So I heard some people say they only they said this. We was on the floor. I think they wouldn't have done as good if PCA was here. And I interject this. I got to call bullshit on that because a lot of the people that I know personally that were there didn't come to PCA. They came for NOLA, and I want to be clear about that. I'm gonna say when I was at the Mayan, 60% of the people that were sitting out there on the patio were not at PCA. And they were very notable names in the cigar community. They were there for NOLA. And I think that's important because we did have PCA going on there. And PCA does bring out a lot of people. But a lot of them people weren't at PCA, they were there for NOLA, man. And to see people like Ken Hamlin, you know, walking around. Me and Ray were talking to him and switching phone numbers with him and all kind of stuff. And these people were there to support NOLA Cigar Fest. They were
That's the
there for.
thing. That's the thing, man. We've had a good turnout every year. You know,
Mhm.
I can't really say that because PCA was here, it was a better turnout. We had our turnout plus PCA people,
Yeah,
um, and it wasn't like all of PCA showed up to our events. We had a good amount. We had a few show up to each event. Like I
quite
said,
a
it
few.
wasn't all
Yeah, but
all
not
PCA.
like
They
that.
didn't just descend on us. And even if PCA wasn't in New Orleans this year, we would have had an
You would have
amazing
had
event.
an amazing event. That a
PCA
lot of
PCA
people
just
came.
added to it.
Hmm.
PCA added to it. So it made it even better and put us over the top. We got to make some connections that we probably wouldn't have been able to make had PCA been in Vegas. You know, um, but you you didn't we didn't see as many PCA lanyards as we would have liked to.
Right.
But next year that's gonna change because
That's definitely going to change.
uh, because we got some connections that I'm not gonna speak on just yet.
Yeah, there you go. Kingpin Luxury. I wanna shout him out. I want to shout out Bryson. So Ray, you have your show, I have my show, we have our show. And when I went there, I was there for a very specific purpose, right? So I wasn't really trying to shoot any content. Although I took a lot of pictures that I still haven't posted yet, I didn't shoot any content. Let me tell you something, man. Bryson, I walked around with Bryson and his camera guy Tari.
I don't know how you walked around with him when he's only 2 feet tall, but
Well, but I was
but
standing
he's
over him.
seven
There
feet
was,
wide. He's seven
but
feet wide, so that's how. Never mind. Never mind.
get off my bro, man.
I see. I
But
see.
hey, I love the way Bryson. So Bryson just walked up to people, man. He talked for a couple of seconds, and then he's shooting some content with them. And it wasn't bullshit content. Like Bryson, I I know I've been on his show and I've seen how he does things.
I ain't been on the
But
show yet.
you ain't been on the Boss Talks on the Roof yet.
Big
Maybe
dog.
maybe next time you come up here to the house, man, maybe he'll shoot the episode over here. We'll go down there and get on the rooftop with him, because he shoots it. He got the backdrop of Dallas and everything. But man, Bryson does an amazing job, man, shooting content. I tell you what, man, it made me say, okay, I need to step my game up. He shot a lot of content. Ooh la
Normally
la,
we don't
baby.
put that up there, but Moulin Labe and they maple bourbon whiskey, man. Go get
It
you a
was
bottle of
delicious.
this.
That's
Go
where
get
the
you a
that's
bottle of this.
hey, that's where the buzz was coming from on the black and gold ball.
I will say this. I will say this about our black and gold ball at Culture Park. The bartender wasn't savvy on making the old fashioned. So
No, but she said that.
when I first ordered one, I saw her put it in the shaker can, and I was like, okay, maybe she gonna stir it in there. And then she shook it, and I said thank you, and I promptly threw it away. And then I went and got a couple of I went and got a glass full from the table, from Moulin Labe table. And then when I went back for an old fashioned, I told her, look, stir it. She said, stir it? I say, stir it. And she stirred it that second time, delicious.
But you know what? She said that. When I first walked in there, I asked her, "You know how to make old fashioned?" I, I said, "Don't worry
That's
about it."
but see the thing is that's not a drink that is probably ordered at all at that place. You know what I'm saying? So
No, it ain't that kind of spot. You
yeah,
know,
it's
they
not
go
that kind of
give me
spot.
some
We took it.
Hennessy, give me some Hennessy and Coke.
Yeah, we took it and we elevated that spot, man.
The big soul, what's happening? What's happening, bro?
You,
Big
you
Mark.
left it
Hey,
better than you found it.
Lewis, what's going on?
Hey, so let's talk about that. The A. Lewis. I'm walking, right? I'm walking. I gone over. I was talking to Jeremiah Merrifield. And so I was walking back to Black Star Line. And me and Daniel was standing over there, and Michelle Murkison. As I'm walking up,
You was a name dropping something. Boy, I tell you, you name drop in a minute.
well, that's all it was, what number names it. So we walking back over there. The A. Lewis walks up to me and says, "Do you know who I am?" And I looked at her and I said, "Yeah." You know how I do, right? But I knew who it was. I could, and she put me to the test and said, "Well, who am I?" She had about 5 people with her, and I was like, "You are. Tell me who you are." She said, "I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you a clue." She said, "A." I said, "The A. Lewis." So she said, "A." I was the A. Lewis. And dude, we took some pictures together, man. And let me tell you, Ray, it was that feeling I got when me and you first met. It was the feeling I got when me and you first met in 2021 at the Black Cigar Fest. The A. Lewis, man, you know, you the three of us, Ray, with her have had some conversations with her finger popping in the comments. But to see her in person, man, and to just feel her spirit, amazing sister, man. Amazing sister,
Man,
dude.
last year at NOLA Cigar Fest, um, I was sitting right behind her and didn't realize I was sitting behind her because she don't come on the screen, but she be in the comments. And I
Yeah,
look at
she be in the
that little
comments all the
circle,
time.
and she turned around. I know you. You do. Yeah,
I rolled up on her like,
what's up?
"Hey, girl." I ain't know who it was. Hey, girl.
But the
Look,
crazy
we
thing
did a
is
hug
about
and
these
everything.
events. The crazy thing is about these events, man, is people that you follow and interact with walk right by you.
They do. And you be
And
looking
then
at them like, "I see this
you
girl."
be like, and they walk right by you, and then later on, you just know that they sitting there because we all do it. That they sitting there like they're scrolling. Hey, you was at the, but it'd be too late now. Then you got to hit them with a, oh, I saw you at the cigar event. Why you
Yep.
didn't say nothing?
But
Oh
people
man,
feel
it
funny.
was so many people.
Yeah. But people feel funny, because they see you, man. You can see people on social media every day, and you'll walk up to them, and you might not realize it's them. Because at that very moment, you ain't on your phone, and you just trying to process who everybody is. I roll up on several people, man, and I walk by them and have to turn around and go back and be like, "Hey, aren't you?" That's what I did with Candace Ford. When she walked into Cuban Creations, she was walking by. There was probably 5 people in between us, and I was standing at the bar getting my I don't know how many drink, but I was up there, getting my drinks.
I
And
woke up. I woke up with bourbon in my coffee.
bro,
I ain't go to sleep at all from Thursday until
I
Sunday
believe it.
at
I
about
believe it.
until about 5 a.m. every morning.
You dropped me off at 2:30 at the
And then I
hotel.
went and sat outside with my brother till about 5:30 in the morning.
Hell, I should have went with y'all. I should have went with y'all. Dude. Look,
Man,
your brother.
if you would have if you would have pulled up, we probably would have went out somewhere else. Because there's this
Yeah.
spot called the Rabbit Hole that he took last year. We went with we took Cigar Boss and his wife Prunetta to the Rabbit when they hung with us till 5 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And we man, we was chilling, and it's called the Rabbit Hole. So the
Mm-hmm.
thing about the Rabbit Hole is it's how do I put this? It's a white establishment.
Hey, they be the best time sometimes.
But if you outside, I mean it's perfectly normal. You smoke your cigars out there, get your drinks at the outside bar. But if you walk inside, cocaine and acid has to be being dropped all through that month. I'm telling you, them white folks was on it. Glow sticks and everything.
Oh, they be on it, right?
Mm.
You know, they be on it. But the tacos be on point. The taco man out there, the Mexican taco, the tacos be on point. Man, let me tell you something. But it's so many places in the city, man. It's so many places that you can go that just stay open. So many. And you just gotta find them. But the problem is, all y'all old people just wanted to go to Willie's Chicken and sit outside. Y'all ain't really want to do nothing. Y'all just want to go sit outside Willie's Chicken and smoke cigars and talk about other cigar brands.
Yeah, that's what they want. But that ain't what we was doing. We was in with chicken, eating, talking shit,
Well,
complaining about
I
that
was
$90
I wasn't invited to that.
to Willie's Chicken.
Nah, to Cuban Creations. I wasn't invited to Cuban Creations.
You wasn't invited to Cuban Cookie. Who didn't
After the
invite you?
the comedy show, I
Oh
called
yeah. Well, I was at
I called
Korean Cigar.
Chevalier. I called Chevalier and I say, hey man, where y'all at? Because I linked up with Bryson because I was supposed to go wherever to the lounge that all of y'all was at, and it was
Which was
closed.
Cuban Creations at first.
Nah, whatever lounge y'all told me, Don something. So I'm
Oh
posting.
no, that wasn't a lounge. That was the place where Friends Cigars and Rockstar had their event. And then you was coming over and it was packed, man. And within about 15 minutes, dude, me, Mimi, Rockstar, and about four other people was standing out there by ourselves. It's like
Damn.
everybody left. The Friend Cigar guys had all this liquor on the bar. I was sitting there drinking some expensive ass scotch. I damn near killed the bar. I was fucked up, dude. I probably hadn't been that drunk in a minute. And I remember when you walked up to me on Canal, I was leaning up against the wall at the
Oh
Marriott.
man, you was leaning
In
on the
front of the
Marriott
Marriott, I was
counter
leaning up against the wall
like you holding the hotel up.
like I'm holding the hotel up. Like I was just, dude, I wasn't worth a quarter. And I was with Rockstar. And so, that was even worse because he was gone too.
Oh,
You know,
Rockstar was so gone, it was ridiculous, boy. Rockstar was out of there.
dude, Rockstar had me. It is funny because we was talking about it last night because I was with him last night. And we was talking about that.
Hold on. Floyd say, NOLA is my city. Your city, Raytruelife. Don't need an invite. Just show up. That's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
Thank you.
But
Thank
look,
you, Floyd. Thank you,
I was
Floyd.
hold on. I was trying to show up, and they told me they told me a place that they were leaving. So when
Well,
I get
no,
to that place,
that's not what we told you.
everybody's gone.
That's
So
not what
then
we told you.
me and Bryson rolled over to Willie's Chicken, and then I get another phone call. Uh, we over here at Cuban Creations. So I'm finna walk around the corner to go to because I'm not
But
about to move
when
my car.
when you decided to walk around there, it was
So
like
I'm
2 hours
finna.
later. You was drunk
I called
yourself.
you. I wasn't, but I was trying to get Bryson to get up because he was like, "Yeah,
Oh
let's
well, no,
go."
I got that.
He was like,
Bryson,
"Yeah,
once
let's
Bryson
go."
sit down and start talking,
He
you can
sat
forget it.
down and he ain't want to get up. I'm like, "Bro,
He
come
ain't won't
on."
get. He can forget it. Oh man,
Sanj, what
we
up?
gonna go in a minute.
Ace, we just finished talking about you, man, and your karaoke. Boy,
Daniel,
that
what's up, gentlemen?
LL Cool J song whooped Ace ass.
Man, he was he struggling though?
He wasn't struggling. He was freestyling because he ain't remember none of the words.
Hey man, he need to come on with us. He ain't never been on the lounge. Mr. Tap that
Look,
ass,
look,
man. He ain't
look.
never been on the lounge.
Bryson say it was 3 a.m. by that time. That don't mean
That don't
nothing.
mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. Because we was
I
all still out. It
I
was
still
warm.
I still was riding around the city.
We was still out. I mean,
I
I don't
still
know
was
how
riding around. When I left you on
uh-huh.
Canal, I still was riding around the city.
I don't know how. I have no idea
What up,
how I
Kaiser?
got up and went to the thing. What's good, Kaiser? I don't know how I got up and went to the show after hanging out with y'all that night.
You had work to do. But that's all right, because the A. Lewis, yes, we already planning for next year for NOLA Cigar Fest. I've already started. We got our first meeting next week, and we gonna turn up for NOLA Cigar Fest. I know they're planning for PCA for next year. We're gonna figure out if we can do a collab with them and do something together. And man, it's gonna be crazy.
You see my son
What
just
up,
jump in.
Carmen boy? Yeah, long time no see. Where you been?
Long
I've been
time no
here.
see. I ain't
I've been
seen you
here.
neither, and I'm your pops. I ain't seen you neither, and I'm your pops. I ain't seen your ass. I seen your girlfriend. I ain't seen you, or whatever you call her. I ain't seen you though.
Yeah, I ain't seen you in a minute. So yeah, we gotta fix that. I'll be in
Yeah, man.
Dallas next month.
Like, let me tell you something, man. Out of all my
Man, you
kids,
know what? We doing go ahead and then we gotta hit the vibe because we
I
we
gotta
just
say
talking.
that I would love to have Carmi boy come down and come to one of them cigar events with his homeboy. That's what I would love. Did you see Kazanami? He say ain't nothing going on, just designing our jackets. Did you see them jackets? Right.
Man, that jacket is
Ooh,
fire.
man, let me tell you something. We put them
Wait
jackets
till we
on.
get them jackets, boy. Y'all, I'm gonna wear that
That's
jacket in
how.
the summertime, boy.
If, think I ain't. Soon as it come in the mail, I'm gonna be out here. It's gonna be 113 degrees. I'm gonna be out here sweating with that jacket on with a fan on. That's how fly it is, dude. I ain't even queued up the vibe.
Oh, you
Let me
need to
cue
go on
it
and
up.
cue it up. You need to go on
I'm
and cue
getting
it
it
up.
together right now, man.
Yeah,
I'm getting
man.
it together
Next
right
year,
now.
next year is gonna be epic, man. Because we got some stuff. We adding two more events to NOLA Cigar Fest, so it's gonna be even bigger than this year. And to now, to know that they're gonna do 2 years here and 2 years there. Um, that means every 2 years, we got 2 years to work with them and rock out. And we gonna do it even bigger next year, and then when they come back, we're gonna do it even bigger because
Yeah,
we've got connections now.
got
So
connections, man.
yeah, man.
Ray, I like I said, I don't take nothing from the other brothers. Man, you killed the game, man. I I just was so proud. I just was so proud, man. I was like, my boy is. I loved watching you finally step out the way you always say you're going to, but never do.
Yeah,
It was really cool to see you, and 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 Grady, you wouldn't know this, but a lot of times, me and Ray be together because we here, in the same state, and we'll go places. And he's not reserved or anything. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean to say like he's shy and shit,
I'm
but he
definitely
doesn't
not
go
shy.
out and be Ray. A lot of times he'll sit back in the cut and then he'll sneak in on some shit. But this time he was very intentional about creating connections and making impressions. And there's a big difference in, networking and creating connections and making impressions. And he was intentional. And like every time, like we were sitting at Mayan and we were smoking, right? After we went out and took pictures with we took a bunch of pictures with people. And then we was just sitting inside smoking, right? It was me, Ray, and Wanda from Sticks and Stones, her husband, and a couple other guys, right? And we were in there like really having this real conversation over cigars. And Ray was kind of expressing like, okay, I'm moving different, I'm feeling different. I'm this is like he was on a high, man, that I hadn't seen from him in some time. So it was really like I was just sitting back, we smoking and I got my shades on. I'm just sitting back like, fuck yeah. This is the Ray I like to see, man. And everything that he talked about, you could see where it was going. It felt good to see that, bro. That's why I was so proud. It felt good to see him in that space like that, man.
I mean,
All I see is big things coming.
I think that's one of the great things about this platform is that we all get to see each other at their very best. Right?
Yeah.
And because we're true and we're authentically here for each other, we're able to grow in where we need to grow and what it is that we're doing. So all the collaborations, all the small things that we notice, if we're not learning from each other, we're hurting each other. Right.
That's true.
One of the biggest things about the two of you that I appreciate the most is that you both remain humble. Right. No one's bigger than the next one. Nobody's issues bigger than greater than the next one. You respect each other at all times, other than the jabs here and there. But
right.
It's everything's done out of love. So for you, Chevalier, to see how Ray has grown and how Ray sees and gives you your props, it's encouraging. It should be encouraging across the platform, right? And our community on how can we make this better, right? And we always say, or I like to say, is that all we can really do is be an example of that and continue to grow, right? Pick each other's brains. You guys talk every day. Pick each other's brains and give each other feedback. True feedback. Not that high smile. Oh, no, you did a good job. Knowing damn well you fucked that interview all up. Knowing you could do way better than that. Don't, yeah.
The thing is, I'll tell him when he messed up an interview. I'm not gonna sit there and tell him. It was great and amazing.
So since you put that out there, Ray, anytime I do a conversations with Chevalier, what's the first thing I do within 5 minutes after it's over with?
Call me.
Every time. 10
like
out of 10. 10 out of 10, I'm going to call Ray.
Iron sharp as iron. And the fact that the way y'all do it should encourage, right? Other people, and the way you carry this platform brings out the big dogs, right? Yeah. You don't try to get to the elephant. You take care of all the little stuff, and the elephant's coming to you. And so you're making the great the connections that you need to make, the way you need to make them, right? You're not hunting them out; they're hunting you out because you're staying true to who you are, true to what you do, true to your brand, right? And you're just building it. I hate that I missed it and that I wasn't able to be there. And now I'm in this major life reset. Next year is going to be a whole new thing. I'll be able to get out.
Pull up, man. Pull up, man. Because next year, man, I can already tell you. I'm not gonna open it, but y'all can see all these things, all these notes. Let's show you.
You look like a Dweedle with that damn spiral note.
All these notes, man. Let me tell you something. Next year is going to be bigger and better for NOLA Cigar Fest, and PCA is going to be what PCA is. It's going to do what PCA does. It's going to bring out who PCA bring out. But NOLA Cigar Fest is definitely going to give them a run for their money. You know what I'm saying?
And that's listening to the recap. And it makes me want to go ahead and book everything now. because like
should.
Exactly.
You
Go
should.
ahead and do
You
it now
definitely want to get your hotel, bro.
because if
You
you don't get it
definitely.
now,
Yes.
you know what I'm
well,
saying. If you don't get it now,
give me
it's
all the no. You can message me all the information so I can go ahead and book that. Like I said,
Yeah.
this major life reset for me. I got the job with the state. I started last week, and
Congratulations.
thank you, thank you. The work life balance is there. The everything's falling in place for major
yeah,
life
man.
reset. So
Yeah,
to be
man.
able to move, looking forward to be able to move around the way I was moving around with a lot less stress and be able to come out and enjoy doing this and looking to move Minnesota in the area of being a
Next
place.
year, the A. Lewis says next year, April 17th through the 20th. For PCA next year is April 17th through the 20th.
The 20th,
So
right.
NOLA Cigar Fest next year will be the 17th
17th
through the 20th. We're gonna hit the vibe, and then we got a question we got to get into. You
All right.
queued up? You ready?
I'm ready. We're hitting it early.
Not really.
I'm ready.
We start at
It's
7 now,
8.
remember? We start at 7.
Oh shit, let's go. You ready? So I decided to go back with the vibe with a little classic jazz that I like to listen to, the shit I set the groove to, the stuff I like to vibe to. This is the vibe on the lounge with Raytruelife. I'm Chevalier. We got our boy Grady in here. The track tonight is by Mike Phillips, Philadelphia's own saxophonist, amazing saxophonist. The track is G Money, and it's on Hidden Beach Recordings. I tell you what, man, this is one of my favorite grooves. It's a hard hitting bass line that takes you there. This is that time where we relight our cigars, re-pour our whiskey, and sit back and feel the groove on the lounge, man. So sit back and enjoy the track, and we in the vibe. Ray, I decided to pull out that Calumet Farm, dude. I
see
had
you.
to do. I had to do. You know what? I've been sitting. This is a 15-year bottle. I've been sitting on this bad fella for some months. The only time I pull it out is usually if I'm talking to you on the phone because I wasn't drinking it on the last couple hours. Lee came over here the other
I
night.
ain't had a glass of that yet, so
I have a bottle for you when you come down. So check out the vibe. Check out the groove.
you know these people still ain't came out looking for their dog.
Man, I put his ass out in the driveway, chain him to the mailbox, and let him come get it.
He in the backyard right now.
That's your dog.
I put my number on the thing. Well, not my number, but I put the contact thing on the Ring app. So because last week he came over too. He ran over here too. And
Look what Big Dog had.
About an hour later.
Look what Big Dog had.
I see.
He's looking at me out the corner of his eye like, what the fuck's up, man?
He finna walk away from you.
He is. He pissed off because I got his ass picking up my flower bed.
Like, I'm not in my own.
Look at him. Look what he's doing, though. He went and got the frisbee because he loves the vibe.
Oh, you looked at him, so now he say, "Oh, it's time to play." You not mad no more?
Like you call me?
You see, he threw it at me.
Yeah, you know what to do.
I had to mute you a little bit because they start messing with our videos. Gotta break it up a little bit because
we ain't been on
Facebook start messing with our videos.
Well, I tell y'all what, that was the vibe. That was G Money by Mike Phillips. Download it on your platform and feel the groove, man. This is something that we do every week, usually at 8:30. But you know, since we started early, I guess we're gonna do it at 8:19 or whatever Ray feels
Ace,
like.
you're gonna be in the building next year, man. We gonna get the words. we're gonna get the words for your karaoke next year. So
Hey Ace,
we
I'm
can
coming.
make
I'm
sure.
coming to see you perform, man. They
I
said you had on purple and everything.
I told him I would stop, but I told him I would stop talking about it. But so this the last time, Ace. Until next year, then I'm gonna bring it up one more time. So I'm letting you know now. This is last. That's the
Okay,
last one.
Ace.
That's the last one.
So let me translate that to you. He's not gonna talk about it tonight, but there's gonna be video shown on social media within the next 24 hours.
I do have video
There's
evidence.
gonna be video, bro, on
Uh,
social media.
it might pop up one day. It might pop up one day in the coming weeks, maybe. Anyway, we got a question from the A. Lewis. Which brand that was new to you were you most inspired or impressed by?
We talk about at PCA.
Got to be.
So there wasn't any brands that were new to me at PCA, but there were some new releases from some of the boutique brands that really got my attention. The first one was the Gin, I think it's Gin 14 by definition. So they put out a Gin cigar last year, right? But this one is a new blend that they're coming out with that they haven't released yet. And I had it and it was amazing. The second one, and I noticed the difference too, is on the first draw. The next one,
Oh,
Black
that's
Starlight.
saying something. That's saying
Yeah,
something.
for me.
You noticed the difference.
I noticed the difference real quick. Now, Black Starline has got a new one coming out called the Deadwood. And I smoked it over there. And let me tell you something. I love Lolly Bella. I love just about all their cigars. But this one right here, when it come out, I'm ordering a box.
Oh wow.
It's the Deadwood by Black Starline.
What
Eric
what
gave
color
it to me.
what color lingerie? No, that's definition. Never mind. I was
No,
about to say because I
definition.
don't
No,
know
no.
because I don't know
Definition don't
the
have lingerie
names.
on this one. They
I
don't
don't
have
know the
lingerie
names
on
of
this.
their cigars. So
Okay, so definition don't have lingerie on the GN 413. There's no lingerie. It's a purple band with white letters on
so that's how you
it.
know the difference. It's the one without the lingerie.
And that part. It was amazing, man. I didn't and the A. Lewis was in there with her crew walking around PCA doing her thing. Placencia Blue was more mild than expected. I didn't even go to the Placencia booth because every time I went over there was 7,000 people in there in the lounge because they had a literal lounge with live music, as they always do at PCA. They
Did
got
you
live
see?
music. It looks like a jazz club in there when you
Mm.
go in there.
She said,
They
"Did you
got
see Kiki Momo?"
yeah, I did see Kiki Momo. I did. I didn't try it. I saw Kiki Momo.
I think for me, I mean, I didn't get to go to. Well, what's the name of the one from Black Star Line? She want to write it down.
Deadwood. DEAD.
Deadwood from Black Star Line.
Get ready to come out, man. That was an amazing cigar. The Rosewood that came out some time ago was really good. But the Deadwood, when that hit, I was like, oh man. And I looked at Eric when I took the first draw on that one. I was like, oh, this is completely different from anything you done. And the Lolly Bella is probably one of my favorite cigars by them in Fahrenheit.
Mm-hmm.
The Fahrenheit, but
I like the Fahrenheit, but I like the Warwich better than the Fahrenheit.
The Warwich was my favorite until I smoked the Deadwood. All bullshit aside, the Warwich was my favorite until I smoked the Deadwood. Man, he got something there with that one. I got a feeling that's gonna be the one that knocked the Warwich off the throne for Black Star.
Say Meadowwood. Sorry, Meadowwood from BSL.
Oh, it's not Deadwood. I thought it was Deadwood. But Eric
we know you can't read.
No, Eric was steady filling my glass with that damn brown we was drinking over there.
We know you can't read, so that's what it is.
Thank you, Sissy. She was there while we spoke.
I wasn't able to go to PCA. My credentials fell through, but next year she said Deadwood is Drew Estate. So
okay. So
next year I'm going on my own accord. So I'm not worried about getting no credentials from nobody. I'm going on my own accord next year. So, but I didn't get to go. But I will say this. Sticks and Stones, Wanda Hernandez and Hector.
Hey,
Let me tell
hey.
you something. Let me tell you something about them, man. The way that they were promoting their cigar. I mean, they pulled up to the Sip and Smoke at Mayan,
Yes, they
and
did.
Wanda just like the energy was already electric at Mayan, right? And when Wanda and Hector pulled up,
People
it
was
went
like nuts.
atomic. The
They were
energy went
nuts.
atomic. Walking around handing out cigars to everybody, and she didn't just give you the cigar. She gave you a cigar, she introduced herself, told you who she was, told you about the brand, and then gave you a cigar. And then because they had them in these little black pouches, and then when you open the cigar, open the black pouch, you get this gift, and it's a cigar, and then whichever one you got, she told you about the cigar. I mean, and then uh gave you a business card to shoot so many. She ran out and was giving away Hector's business cards, and they sat there and kicked it with us there. They kicked it with us at our
Yeah.
day event. They kicked it with us a lot, man. I bought a box of these suckers, man. Y'all, because the essence of love. This is ever. I love this cigar. I had to get me a box of them. But that her the way she markets, and the way she moves in the crowd was uh uh that's what got me, man. Like the way that she just moved through the crowd, and everybody knew her. When she left, everybody knew her. If you hadn't heard of Sticks and Stones before she
Which is
got there,
rare. There's not many people that don't know who Sticks and Stones is.
but if you hadn't well, this Sticks and Stones,
Yeah. Well,
Black
no, that
Band, Black
that other.
Band, Gold Label. If you if
Mhm.
you if they didn't know about that, when she left, they knew about Sticks and Stones. So that's something that I'm gonna steal from her and take that when I
Yeah.
start pushing mine. So
She is a force of nature, though, man. The one thing about Wanda, she's so authentic, and to see her and Hector, the way they bounce off of each other. Hector is a quiet storm. Wanda is the one that's in your face. Hector comes back and gives you context on a lot of things when you having conversations. They'll be in there and she'll be talking. She'll loud when she up, and I because she's got that Puerto Rican. She's Puerto Rican, so she has that accent. You know, and when you're smoking a sticks and stone cigar, you will know. That's how she talks. But
you
then
are
Hector,
family now. You're family
you
now.
are la familia. You are family
Yeah.
now. You are part of you are sticks and stones. You are what we're doing. And then Hector sits back with his legs crossed,
Watching, smoking cigars, watching,
smoking, and then he'll
taking,
say something like,
taking the same picture every time.
you see him, he'll sit there with his legs crossed, and then he'll go in there and say, "You gotta listen to what she's saying." And then he'll sit back and he'll start smoking again. Whatever he says, they're on the same page no matter what, man. No matter how he does things. Rate no cards, use your DOT. I have to
That's
send
I was
you.
about to I was about to I was about to respond to him. Kaiser, that's what I was using, man. I was using the dot card. I
Yeah, I
got a
was too.
bracelet. I got a bracelet. So if you want to send me something, you can send me that ring. But I got the bracelet because
They
that's
got a
what I
ring.
was. Yeah,
Hey, send me one too, man.
I
Don't
was.
send.
I was
Hey, I
tap
love everything you
tap
send
that,
me, man. But don't send me another cup.
tap that, tap it.
Don't
That's what I
send
was.
me another cup.
Tap that.
Kaiser
And for the
made me.
shut up right quick. And for the old people, I had to flip it over because old people never have their NFC on their phones. So I
What
had
is
to flip
NFC?
it. See, so I had to flip it over and say scan this QR code, and then I get this. How you do that? And then I say open your camera and do it. So I got a whole lot of this.
I didn't know what is NFC, man. Break that acronym down for me.
I don't know what it means, but that's how you tap stuff.
I mean, on the
I don't know
iPhone,
what
you
it
just
means.
put the two iPhones together and they just do the thing. You ain't got to turn nothing on.
Normally it's on most phones. That's
NFC, no
that's
fucking clue.
that's what it's
That's
called.
what back the cigar advocate says. No fucking. Hey Mac, are you jumping in for let me just go ahead a little bit. Are you jumping in for toast tonight? Because reading your toast, it's not the same when I read it as when you say it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he got to come in for ashes and glasses.
Why my son on here laughing like you old fuckers don't know what NFC is?
Cause you don't.
I don't. He said send him the link, man.
I just did.
Bruno and
Near field
Doc said the
communication.
same thing.
That's what I said.
Near field communication. Kaiser, why don't you come on the screen one of these days and explain some of that shit to us?
He ain't gonna
I don't even know what he looks like. I have look, if I walk past Kaiser in the crowd, I got 25 shirts, 13 hats, 47 cups. I have no idea what he looks like.
I know what he looked like.
You do?
Yeah. A New York dude.
Well, they all look alike. Yo.
But man, you know what we didn't do? You know what we didn't do tonight?
What?
For the cigar connoisseur who demands excellence, welcome to ChevalierLife.com. Elevate your collection with premium, high-end personalized humidors, crafted for those who appreciate true luxury. Explore a world of elite cigar accessories, cutters, lighters, and cases. Designed for style and precision, and complete your look with premium cigar-inspired apparel, because every aficionado deserves to dress the part. Luxury, craftsmanship, legacy, ChevalierLife.com, where sophistication meets the smoke. Shop now. Live the lifestyle. The Chevalier lifestyle.
Right, yeah.
And I will make that focus stop for
It gave me 2 feet. I can't smoke in the house, but I can smoke in the evening. The fabric bow ties, the wooden bow tie.
He was, I want to say,
Get this stuff down. Because if you don't.
We ain't run no commercials.
No, we sure hadn't. Man, I'm looking at the comments. I'm looking at the comments. Kaiser he say, you be front. We've had several Zooms. What me? We had several long phone conversations.
Hold on. Y'all go ahead.
But I love him though. What's up, Matt?
Hey, how you doing?
Man, doing good. It's good to see your face, man. I be watching the videos and reposting and sharing, but I hadn't seen you in a minute. What's been up, man? You've been out around Canada in them Canada streets, haven't you?
Yeah, I've had a couple things going on Thursdays here.
But I haven't seen you in a minute. What's up next?
Yeah, my iPad.
Not sure what's going on with my volume here. I'm having a heck of a time hearing you.
Oh, there's no telling, man. There's a little echo too.
There we go.
Yeah,
I'm
there's a
hearing
little
you
bit
now.
of an echo too. Yeah, there's no telling, man. What's been going on with you, man? What you been up to? Because you, like I said, you've been moving around a lot lately.
Yeah, we've been out Thursday nights last month or so, different events and stuff. We're kind of touring all the craft distilleries around here in the Lower Mainland. So that's been pretty cool.
When y'all sitting around smoking cigars, man, y'all still talking about the Trump tariffs and stuff. What are y'all seeing from up there looking down here?
What are we all seeing from looking down there?
Yeah. Are people sneaking through that
nothing but how much
yard?
it's costing everybody.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, we feeling that. I think is it the Nicaraguan tobacco tax now is like 18%.
Yeah, and I mean when you take the exchange rate on the dollar up here. I was talking to somebody off the cigar club. He's in Ohio, and he was talking about going to Niagara Falls. And I told him, well, if you go now, you're going to get $1.30 Canadian for every US dollar you bring.
Didn't it used to be like 2-to-1 for a little while on the American dollar? Wasn't it 2-to-1 for a while?
I'm sorry?
Was the American dollar at 2-to-1 before
No,
that?
not quite. Not quite.
It was almost there though, wasn't it?
Almost. It was almost down to at one point it was our dollar is worth 67 cents to yours.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is it now? I wasn't here. What is it now?
I think it's about $1.22. Yeah, I think it's around $1.22. Believe it or not, it's still cheaper to go across the line to get gas.
Wow.
I mean,
that's crazy, man.
I think in Blaine it was like $3 something a gallon, and up here at that point it would have been closer to $7.
Wow.
So y'all $7.
Wow.
$7 a gallon. Because we're in liters up here, so they just hide the cost, right? We pay for it in liters, so they say it's $1.70 a liter. But when you work that out, it's like $7 a gallon.
That's California numbers. Shit. California is like 6.5. You know, every now and then you're $5.99 a gallon. And hell, that was 4 or 5 years ago. You know, you can, if you put super unleaded in your car, you're paying almost $8 a gallon.
Well, that's only people who got certain kind of cars that's putting super in their car. I don't even look at.
Well, I wouldn't know because whenever I'm in California, I have a rental.
Right. It goes right back to
I'm renting a Dodge.
It goes back to those people who have money. Like that's it.
Looking at everybody, y'all. You don't use. You use regular gas. Yeah,
I use regular gas in my truck.
Like everybody uses super in my neighborhood.
I'm gonna pop out and come back in and see if the ball you guys are. I've got mine cranked and I can hardly hear you.
Okay, yeah, come on out. Go out and come back in, bro.
Okay, yeah, come on back.
You know, Ray Chevalier still got a guy who pumps his gas for him at $8 a gallon. Super.
Chevalier.
No, in Texas, let me tell you, in Texas, we don't pay $8 a gallon. In Texas, I'm paying well, it's $2.99 a gallon, but then when I put my Kroger number in there, you know, I save 10 cents, so it's $2.89 a gallon on my Chevy truck.
But you
now them other two,
you got a Chevy. Your truck.
The other two, the other two don't move that often.
And the
your truck say Chevy on it, but I know how much that truck costs.
Well, that's not the point. It's a Chevy. That's because of the tariffs. They're going up. But the other two I got sitting out there,
that was before tariffs. That was before tariffs.
They super unleaded only. And let me tell you something. One of them ain't moved in months. I filled it up and it's been sitting out there. It ain't gonna move either.
Start that sucker, drive it to the mailbox and right back.
Bro, that's
back down the driveway, get the mail, pull right back to the garage.
Ray, you hit it just right. I literally start that car, I'll back it out every Friday, and I run it around to the car wash, and I wash it, I wipe it down, slap some Armor All on the tires, pull it back up in the driveway, and cover it back up.
Now, mind you, the car wash is in the back of the house.
No, the car wash.
That's what y'all don't know is the car wash is next to the left wing of the house. He's got wings in his house.
Y'all got me mixed up. Y'all got me mixed up with Orlando.
See that?
I'm not playing that game with y'all tonight. Like Orlando says, I'm a poor black man in America.
Yeah, we know, and we know he lying, and we know you lying. Anyway, man, look. Next year, make your reservations and do all the things you need to do now. Make your reservations next year. New Orleans is gonna be lit in April.
And also this year, July 10th through the 13th, I want y'all that those of y'all that can come can pull it off. Rose City Cigar and Soul Festival in Portland, Oregon. I'm an ambassador for it. I want you guys to come out, man. I think this is going to be different. Ray, me and you talk about it, the things that try to align myself with aren't just the regular events. And for some reason, man, like when I talk to them, I didn't want anything to be an ambassador. I said it would be a privilege for me to be one.
Uh-huh.
And I think between them, Pensacola Cigar Weekend, I think we got two events that are coming up that are going to be off the chain. By the way, I got a message in here from Doc and Bruno saying send them the link. They've been trying to get the link.
Oh, they ain't said nothing to me.
That's what
July
they text me. July 10th through the 13th, I'll be in Portland, Oregon, for the Rose City Cigar and Soul Festival. Man, it's a cigar and music festival there in Portland. That is new territory, as it relates to uh, the cigar industry, man. And I think while they're big in cigars, they haven't had a lot of events out there. So definitely, they call it Rose City. Portland's Rose City. I would love to see y'all out there, man. I'm gonna be there. Me and my wife are gonna be there July 10th through the 13th. Ray, I'm hoping you can come. Um, I
We
think
might be
it's
able
gonna
to
be.
make the drive
Oh
down.
no, I can't do that one. That's my wife's birthday. I can't go nowhere. Can't go to no cigar
Well,
thing.
let's turn it into a party for my Keisha's birthday because I
Yo,
think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a really good event. The lady Erica Warren that's putting this on. She has a company called The Only Experience, and I've seen some of the things that she did in Dallas.
Wrong. It's
She
called the
lived there.
Onyx Experience.
Onyx, I call it The Only, but you know me, I kill words.
You can't
But
read. That's the thing.
that's
it
that
ain't that
Gary
I can't
public school
read.
education.
That's that Gary Public School shit. This motherfucker,
We can
goddamn Beatles.
we can oh, headphones just died.
Yeah,
We can talk about it
get
and see
ready.
what we can do about that.
Yeah, I
It's a
want you to
maybe.
come. Yeah, I want you to come, man.
Just tell her that you're taking her on a special trip for your birthday.
We'll see how that works out.
Hell yeah, tell her you're taking on
And,
a
and,
tour of
and
the
she's
West
watching
Coast.
the feed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
she's
tell
And
her.
watching
then when
the feed.
Oh, she
then
definitely
when you
watching.
see Chevalier, you just say, "Holy crap! What are you doing here?"
No, she gonna already know. Between her and my wife and a couple others, they already know everything me and Ray doing before we do it. Like hey, Mac, it don't work like that, dude. They be on our shit. They be on it, man. But I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a great event. Same with Pensacola Cigar Weekend, man. That's May 31st through the 2nd through the 3rd. That one's going to be a good one in Pensacola, man. Put on by our homegirl Doc. Bruno Lyons is signed on as one of the major ambassadors, and
Right on.
uh, and Mount Olympus is even providing cigars. I made a humidor for them that they're going to be raffling off, and I think that's going to be a good thing. Lasting memories. What's up, sis? You lasting memories and Heart of a Lion. Heart of a Lion used to come over here and smoke on the patio with me, man. But he been doing big events, and he didn't. He was a dark skinned brother. He light skinned now. He don't come smoke with me no more, Ray. He put me down, man. He put me down for the captains and the alphas. What is Ray doing? Is he froze?
Kind of
What
looks
you
like it.
what you doing, Ray?
Oh,
What you thinking about?
I was talking to my wife.
ah,
Hey,
Oh,
lasting
right on.
memories. Sharika, I need to talk to you about something. I need to talk to you about. I don't be acting no dang like sin.
No,
I
she
need
talking
to
about
talk
her
to you.
husband. She talking about
Oh,
her husband, not you.
yes.
I told
Shawan,
her
definitely.
Shawan used to come over here and smoke with me. He'll tell me, "Hey, brother, I'm gonna call you when I get home." Then he don't never call
with
me,
the,
man.
with the
I gotta
eyes
call
just like that behind his glasses. He
him. Hey,
definitely be
brother.
acting like skin. Sharika, I
Hey,
mean,
brother.
lasting memories. I need to talk to you about something. I have an idea for something. I got to talk to you about something.
Where's cutting like that? He didn't tell me. Where's cutting like that,
Uh-oh.
Sharif? You say he acting light skinned and you married to him. Where's his cutting like that? He ain't said
He
nothing to
posted
us.
it on what you call him.
he went from Wesley Snipes to Prince. That's about right. Hey, the last time I was at Last of Memory's house, man, they got one. Hey Ray, they got one of them big old houses over there on the lake. But the last time I was around there, once they let me in, I noticed that the garage was all purple. That's all I'm saying.
I seen it the last time they popped on the lounge. The garage was all purple and they got 7 sections in it. So
Oh yeah. Oh, you know they got rooms in their garage, bro.
yeah.
They got a weight room in their garage.
A whole
weight room with like big. You know him and Sharika be over there racking. She be over there talking racket. Then
that's not what they use it for.
what they use.
I'm too young for that, Ray. I'm too young.
What they use it for, right?
It's a whole different style of working out they do on there. You remember last time they was on there? It's a whole different style of working out.
I noticed there's a towel on the bench. I ain't never understood
it's
that.
a towel on the bench.
There's a towel on the bench.
Cleanup purposes. For cleanup purposes. We're gonna leave it at that.
She said collect dust. She
No,
said
Just so you know, that's not a beanbag chair in the corner.
Nah, don't log off now.
Sharika, don't log off now. Do not log off now, Sharika. You coming in strong. Your husband down there, smoking jacket, down there in the hood doing the rooms got rooms.
Hey Lewis,
you hit it just right. This garage got 2 rooms in it. The rooms got rooms.
James, I see you in the green room. You gotta enable your stuff. I can't get you in if you don't enable your camera and your microphone. Yeah, I'm talking. There you go. I'm talking to you. There you go.
Him and Doc. I did a live with Doc. What was it, last Monday? And we had Kenny Anderson on there in Mount Olympus. Man, it was a great live, man, promoting Pensacola Cigar Week.
Yeah, we were trying to get on earlier. I was over in downtown Pensacola with her, hanging out. So, but I'm home now.
Yeah, man. So
people on that look, Bruno come on. They calling his name in the comments.
Yeah, I see.
Oh.
So Bruno, tell us a little bit about Pensacola Cigar Weekend.
Absolutely. It's May 29th to 1st of June.
I'll fuck that up.
It required reading, so we know we don't nobody on here relies on you for dates or names.
Don't. I mean that's a fallacy I have. Don't do that.
So guys, so yeah, 29 May through the 1st of June, Thursday through Sunday. We've got a Thursday night event, Friday night event. Saturday we have 11 to 2, our Latin experience, which will highlight the Pensacola's Latin heritage as well as cigars. And then we have something Saturday night, and then we have a jazz brunch on Sunday to close things out. So we got tickets on sale, merchandise on sale at the website, PensacolaCigarWeekend.com. And we're real excited. Tickets are going, so make sure you get those VIPs especially. But you can also get tickets to individual events. But VIP is the way to go.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how I'm gonna be able to swing that. I don't want to miss that one.
Me and Ray been talking about driving down.
It's our first one, but it definitely not going to be the last. We're already looking at next year, and
it better not be the last one. I'll tell you that.
Nope.
No, it's not going to be, man. I mean,
and if I'm gonna keep trying to talk Yule into driving because he can just swing on down, just drive through Houston and pick me up.
There you go.
That's a nice little haul from Houston to Pensacola, though. But it's beautiful. I'll say that. I've made that drive before. It's a beautiful drive.
So what? 2 days?
It only take a couple minutes to get to Houston.
I mean from there to Pensacola.
No, it's about 7 hours from Houston.
Really?
8 hours.
That's not bad. We can split it.
Oh, that's not bad.
We drove to Charlotte.
We drove to Charlotte.
I'll
Me
never
and Ray
do that
drove to
again.
Charlotte. No, that was some bullshit right there, dude. Me and Ray drove. We left here. We left my house about what was that? About 3 in the morning. We didn't see no cops till we got to Atlanta. It was a cop at every exit, bro. All the way through Atlanta, all the way to the South Carolina
Man.
border. There was a cop at every exit. I'd be doing like 90, and then I'd be down to 55, back up to 90. You know, a quarter of a mile later, back to 55. I had to fill up twice going through that motherfucker, dude. I burning up gas, burning up gas in that tired ass rental car we had.
Driving like a yo-yo.
Yeah.
And look,
Y'all
we
better hop on Spirit. I'm
we
allergic to Spirit. Hey,
we was
Lewis.
pushing it. We was
We was pushing it. Yeah,
pushing
we
it
was running.
all the way. Atlanta, speed limit. Set the
Speed
cruise
limit,
control
55.
until we hit that Atlanta traffic, and then we got to slow all the way down.
Yeah.
But I ain't driving to Charlotte again.
No, that ain't never happening no more. I will fly to Charlotte.
All
And
these
the
these
airport
cigar
is
weeks all
necessary.
over the place. I'm gonna have to get some sort of flying club. I mean,
It ain't gonna be Spirit though.
if I
It ain't gonna
look,
be Spirit. And Lewis said fly Spirit. I'm sorry. It's just something about standing in line at Spirit that make me start itching. I don't know what it is. Every
I
time
had
I go,
I
they
had a
cancel.
terrible experience with Spirit,
Oh my God.
but black people's buying it. I'm gonna wait and see. I'm gonna wait and see what happens.
Who buying it?
It's two guys I think is trying to buy Spirit. Two guys trying to buy Spirit.
Two black dudes?
Yeah, hopefully they can if they can up the service, because I had a terrible experience. I only flew Spirit once. I had a terrible experience. But if I'm gonna fly Spirit again, I'm gonna go on TikTok and get me one of them bags that you can put all your stuff in. That's a carry on, because I ain't going through no. I ain't checking no. That's how Spirit gets you.
I just did that. I just did that coming to New Orleans. I bought that big black bag.
Yeah,
it doubles as a clothes bag, like a suit bag.
Yeah,
then you fold it over. It looks like a duffel. Amazing. $48.
I'm getting.
I used that coming to New Orleans. Amazing.
But see, the thing is, man, like with Spirit, the ticket it'll say $12 flight. So you go to book a $12 flight, but then
the bags cost you
$197. Then if you want a seat, that's another $77. If you want a seat belt, that's another $82.
$82 for a seat belt. Now, if you get a seat belt in the front, don't sit on the exit. If you sit on the exit, $737 to sit on the exit when you got the extra leg.
Look, and don't expect no cushion on your seat. It's a
that's another $47.
That's another $47 for a cushion.
You can go for the super special and their Adirondack chairs.
Man, let me tell you something, man.
I tell y'all what, I'm flying to Cabo in the morning for Easter. American Airlines. That's what I'm talking about.
Damon,
you know what?
Damon said they charged me for a seatbelt extension.
Oh.
All I got to say to Damon is
what is that red thing on David's crotch?
Wow.
What is that red thing on
it's hiding that it's hiding that moose knuckle.
David, what is that red thing on your crotch, man? I gotta know. I keep asking every week. Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments, David. What is that red thing on your crotch, man, on that video?
He said, I hate you.
It's the hose bib on his drain cock.
Man.
Only on the louds, bro. Only on the louds. Chopper, I don't want to throw the frisbee, bro.
Throw the frisbee and shut up.
Look at him, dude. He's sitting there looking at me like, throw the fucking frisbee, dude.
Throw the frisbee and shut up. There you go. There you go.
I was sitting down, not bothering you. You put the camera on me, so now you got to play.
Yeah, that's exactly. When I put the camera on him, before that, he hadn't even been over here because he was scared of me because he dug up my flower bed. But you know what? before I leave tomorrow, I might put his ass on the grill with some barbecue sauce. Cause send him down there to Smoking Sarah on a buzz.
You ain't gonna do that. You love that dog.
Dude, let me tell you something. My wife almost got rid of him Monday. He
What
climbed.
you do?
Ray, I came in the house, dude. He had jumped on the couch. He ain't never in the almost 5 years we've had him since he was a puppy. He ain't never jumped on the couch. She came in there. She texted me at work, man, with pictures of his hair all over the couch. She was livid, bro. She said, "I'm getting rid of it." This is what she texted me. "I'm getting rid of this motherfucker." I said, "What?" When she texted me, I called her. I went outside at work and called her. "What's wrong with you?" She was like, "He was on the couch." I was like, "Oh, do tell." He do shit like that all the time. I know how you feel. When he go out there dig up my flowers and shit, that's exactly how I feel. I didn't want to hit him with a shovel. You know, I plant all these pretty ass flowers and then I come home from work and they all over the backyard, dude. I got him on the camera one day. We got some cameras out here. I got him on the camera. He had a gardenia in his mouth shaking his head like this.
Hey, all you got to do is just right by his bed, post a picture of Christine Home and say she'll come down and see you.
No, you know what I did, Mac? No, you know what I told her to do when I was in New Orleans? I said, go buy his ass a cage and put him in it. That's how you do that. He ain't
y'all
got
had one for him.
No, we had a little cage before, but you know, he outgrew it. He's like 130 pounds.
Yeah.
And so she went and bought a big old massive cage. She got it sitting right there under the TV in the living room, dude. I walked in the other night when I got back from New Orleans. He was sitting in it, looking at me like, this some bullshit. Like
Hey, that's what you got. You gotta give him something to think about.
I put him in there last night. I went to close the door. He started growling and shit. So I slammed the door. We growling at me, dude. What's wrong with you?
Chevalier, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
When you say you planted flowers, is that your
He
you
paid
have?
for people. He paid someone to plant
No,
flowers.
I didn't pay anybody. Ray, you know, I plant flowers, dude. Like, I love cigars. I love cars. But my next love is flowers and plants. Yeah, I do, man. I you know, I love horticulture. Let me speak in the vernacular. Horticulture. I love horticulture.
Okay.
I do, man. Look, man. I have
when you say horticulture,
horticulture.
Whenever you say horticulture, all I can think of is
Ray, run that one more time. What is that? What is that movie does with that right leg when the leg just do it one more time, Ray? One more time.
I don't know.
What is that with that right leg, man? Where
you know, Damon got the moves. Damon Ben had the moves.
I don't know. Anything that red should be seeing a doctor.
Right. Damon, what is that with your right leg when you do that one move and then you kick it out like that? And what is that red thing on your crotch? You still ain't answered that in the comments yet.
It's an infection.
It's a cyst that he's scared to zip up.
Hey, Ray, did you see that comment? He said Ray has some bedazzled black dress shoes in Nola. Pow! Y'all see me over here. Y'all heard me come in with pow because that leg was just about to kick out.
I am not gonna sleep well tonight.
You're gonna sleep like a big baby.
A
Not
big
after
old,
seeing that video.
a big old Grady baby.
Not after seeing that video.
Grady, do you sleep with your headset on, and you don't do that no more?
No, I work for the
He got to be
state.
ready to. He got to be ready for a load at any given moment.
At any given moment. Breaker 19.
Copy.
Anyway, it is now 9:03. Know what that
Yeah,
means?
we got to get to asses and glasses, baby.
This is Ashes and Glasses. This is the way that we end the show. Everybody on screen will give a toast. If you got a toast, put it in your comments. We will read it on screen. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. So, we're going to start with, let's see. Let's start with Bruno. Bruno.
James Mayday in the house. Let's go. Mayday.
Hold on. Got to pour up some more Moulin Labe maple bourbon whiskey.
Oh,
Thank you, Steve, for the blessing.
Appreciate you, Steve.
Thank you, Steve, for the blessing.
Get that up there for y'all to check that out right there. Yeah. Gonna get you a bottle. All right, let's roll.
All right, thanks to you guys for letting me jump on here real quick, and shout out to Doc, Jay, and John with Pensacola Cigar Weekend, and hit me up if you want to have any questions about the weekend. But here's to all of you. Have a great rest of your week and upcoming weekend.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Great. Last memory say you got to say it with your pinky up. Put them pinkies up. Grady, come on with it.
And she over there with a glass of iced tea ain't drinking shit, right?
Well,
last memories, get you something to drink instead of that iced tea you drinking on in one of them bedazzled cups. Go ahead, Grady.
So once again, congratulations on a great event. Continue.
What?
Yes. Continue much success.
Ray, hold on, give him a break. Put your headset on, man. It's okay.
That's what it is. He ain't got the headset on.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Put your headset on. Breaker 19.
Continue success.
Hey, hold on. Damon. No, he was not. He said Mr. Tap That Ash was drinking hard Kool-Aid and Nola. No, he was not.
He wasn't.
He was drinking them hand grenades like they were Kool-Aid. He didn't realize. He ain't know what they did to him. He was killing them hand grenades. Continue, Grady. Pinkies up, gentlemen.
Pinkies up, gentlemen.
Continue success on all your ventures. Continue to move humbly and give it all praises to him above. Great job, guys.
Cheers, man. Great job.
Man, we got one in the comments. Let me grab it.
Kaisernomics.
All right, Kaisernomics says, here's to fly threads and fire cigars, drip heavy, smoke steady, hustle sharp, flex loud, and always leave a trail of style in the air. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
Damon got one in there too for you, bro.
I'm grabbing it right now. Y'all need to put these in the comments earlier, so I ain't got to do all this waiting. I can do it while.
You know what? I'll read it right off of the screen.
There you go.
Oh, you got it. There you go.
Go ahead, read it. You want to read?
I'll tell you what,
get the words right.
I'll read it over here because them little bitty ass words we got over there ain't working. Charlotte Cigar Week says, up to it, down to it, fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we used to it. Now drink, motherfucker, drink.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's very light-skinned toast.
When he typed it, he was real proud of himself. He typed it and was like, yeah, that's the one.
Man, that guy never get lost going to the bathroom in the dark with that glowing.
I gotta ask you, man, why did you pick that song? This funky beat.
He want to get down to this funky beat. Come on.
You know what? I'm just gonna do what I did when I started this. A toast to my boy Raytruelife for putting on a great event with NOLA Cigar Fest, along with George and Richard. Man, you guys killed the game. It was an honor for me to be there to support y'all, man. I love you, man. I'm so proud of you, brother. Here's to the future with NOLA Cigar Fest, the lounge, conversations with Chevalier, and the Herfordor Lounge. Cheers.
Cheers.
And here's to that red shit on David's crotch. I don't know.
I'm not.
We're not gonna drink to it, but I just had to throw it out. Hey,
No, but
you know what?
alcohol may
I
solve
know I
it.
got this somewhere. I know I got this.
Hey, I
somewhere.
got another toast, man.
This is our little boundary box.
For real.
It's late, but I got it.
Yeah. Here's a toast to lasting memories, man, for creating this amazing glass with me and Ray on it.
I ain't got one.
Well, you don't have one because you don't come to town all the time. But she's got this lounge glass with a picture of me and Ray on it. I'm trying to get it in the screen, get my fingers out of the way. But it's an amazing, amazing glass. Look at Ray. He's the little dark spot right there with the glasses on.
Can we drink now or what you finna?
Oh, cheers. Cheers to lasting memories for killing the game. Follow her on Instagram and check out some of her stuff, man. She's got amazing products, bro. She said you got something different, Ray.
I did.
What's up with that?
I did.
Oh, so you talking shit, then you got something different.
I did. So what? I do what I want.
I ain't gonna say what they say about people like us.
That's why I'm sitting behind the big microphone. Anyway, my toast goes out to everybody who came out to NOLA Cigar Fest and supported and chilled with us and had an amazing time. My toast goes out to George and Rich, who allowed me to make decisions and move in a certain way. And we got bigger and better things. And this toast also to Ace for his liquid fueled rendition of three different songs. Three different songs. All New York rap, LL Cool J. This toast goes to him for getting up there. Liquid fuel, but he got up there and didn't know no words. So toast to freestyle.
There you go.
Mac the cigar advocate.
Oh.
Toast ashes and glasses champion.
Okay, so
we ready.
Here's to the guy that ruined your day. May his crotch be infested with the fleas of 1,000 camels and his arms too short to scratch.
Cheers, goddamn.
Cheers.
Cheers to Damon. Cheers to Damon. There you go.
Oh man. Cheers to Damon.
Yeah. Wow. Look, hey man, I gotta shout out Damon. I gotta shout out Damon. I'm not gonna do it too. I gotta shout him out. So I got a couple commercials that are gonna come out for Chevalier Life, for conversations with Chevalier that Damon actually produced. What's up, Kitty Von Licious? What's going on? Damon, thank you. I see him moving a certain kind of way, and I just want to acknowledge it, man. We love you, brother. Thank you for what you did. I'm gonna start posting those conversations from Cabo San Lucas tomorrow. Those commercials. And thank you, man, Damon, for pouring into your brothers, man, repeatedly, man. We appreciate you and what you do for the culture, and we support you, man. And much love to you. And here's a cheers to Damon from Charlotte Cigar. Hey, David, I got a question though. Why did you pick that funky beat? And what is that red thing on your crotch? I still need to know. Goddammit. Put it in the comments, man. What is the red thing on your crotch?
Yeah, you know what? The red thing on the crotch, it still ain't gonna top infested with the fleas of 1,000 camels and your arms too short to scratch.
Hey man, run that video again. This funky beat. Come on. Bam.
That's the extended play.
Yeah. I went a little longer. I wanted to get that little shimmy he did.
I've seen that red thing. It's battery operated and has about 9 speeds.
Somebody got the remote. That's all I know. Somebody got the remote to it, David. Who got the remote to it, David? That's all I want.
I think it glows in the dark too.
Who got the remote, David? Like we really want to inquire minds want to know who got the remote to your red thing.
It's that little kid that was running back in the background.
That's how you can make that right leg do that thing.
Yeah, the kid must be hitting his leg. Goes bam, because it like goes up and down and then it kicks out all of a sudden. And the red thing starts glowing. Run that one more time, Ray, so we can check that out.
He was making sure it was working. The kid
every time, David. David, you a bad dude, bro. You a bad dude, man. You represent Charlotte like a motherfucker, dude. You a bad dude, bro. That's all I'm saying. Whew. Yeah, that gets me, man. Kitty Malicious, what's been going on, sis?
It gets you everybody. It gets me every time. Every time.
Uh-oh. My dog about to attack somebody. He took off.
Uh-oh.
One of my
let him eat. Let him eat.
One of my old creepy ass niggas probably over there looking through the fence. You know, he be sneaking up on them and shit. Dude. He like jump over the goddamn fence on their ass.
You got neighbors that peek through the fence?
I got creepy neighbors that peek through the fence. They be peeking through the fence trying to see what's up over in the fence.
What was that sitcom when the guy used to look over the fence and talk to the neighbor?
Home Improvement.
Home Improvement.
Mr. Wilson.
Peeking through the fence like Wilson.
Yep.
Mr. Wilson. Hey, Ray, your boy just walked in the house from Iowa. Willie just walked in the house. Felicia just picked him up from the airport.
Oh, he back?
Yeah, he back. Look at Chopper sitting there at the door looking for him.
Waiting on him. He knew he heard that front door. He knew somebody was coming.
My thugalicious son coming in. What's up, Willie? Hold on, y'all gotta stop. I'm about to cry because my son just walked in. Hey, son.
Yeah, we know you're gonna cry. You cry for nothing.
Fuck you, Ray.
Oh, I know. You cry for nothing, so I know you're gonna cry for that.
I cried when you was being a big boy down there in New Orleans.
Oh, shut up.
Hey man, my boy is home. Look at that, man. He just came on. John, come on, man. We just finished doing the toast. Max says, may your crotch be infested.
May your crotch be infested.
May your crotch
with the fleas
be infested with the fleas
of 1,000 camels.
Of 1,000 camels, and your arms too short to scratch it. Oh shit! Even my son laughed at that shit. He's only like 20.
Man, look. Thank y'all for another great show. We got some big things coming. I know I say that every show because we actually have some big things coming. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
All right.
Cheers, guys.
So, hey, we're going to be back with some real conversations, though. It's time for us to get back to them. So,
maybe.
Sounds good. Maybe we might be able to drive down and see in Portland, Yule.
Hey, I hope you can, man. Rose City Cigar Festival, July 10th through the 13th. Get your tickets, man. They still got a few VIPs. Pensacola Cigar Weekend. Make sure you get your VIP tickets.
Bruno, give us the dates because he don't know.
It was May 29th through June 1st. Am I right?
Yeah, the weekend after Memorial Day.
Right.
Look at you. Look
Also,
at you.
also they're gonna be raffling off a personalized humidor from Chevalier Life.
That's right.
Ooh.
And that's a
VIP,
badass humidor.
VIP
That's
only.
a badass humidor.
VIP.
Badass humidor. Y'all need to get y'all one. Visit chevalierlife.com, get your personalized humidor, and then flip over to the Herpidor Lounge and you know, tune in and chill.
Remember,
New
if
episode
you come
live
up
on
to see
YouTube right
us,
now.
if you come up to see us in Canada on the West Coast here, province of British Columbia, we'll give you 30 cents on the dollar, but you're going to need it because BC stands for bring cash.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We there,
New-
brother.
New episode of the Herfordor Lounge is live on YouTube. I
Yes, it
sat
is.
down. I had a conversation with the owner of JLW Cigars. It's a new cigar brand that's out in the Atlanta area. So check that out and check the cigars out. So on that note, y'all have a good night.
Good
Cheers,
night,
guys.
everybody. Much love.
Yep.
See you guys next week.